Welcome to another episode of Daily Energy. The day is Arijanu Dini Gate de Ursat. De Ursat. It is the 18th day of January. Gublewan means good, blessed, and wonderful. So I'm going to get into the day's energy, but something stuck in my head right now. And it's this song, and I don't know all the words to the song. I just know this first part, and I think it's so significant. It goes, I am who I am today because God used my mistakes. He worked them for my good. And I think it goes, like no one else ever could. I am who I am today because God used my mistakes. He worked them for my good. Like no one else ever could. If that's your testimony, just begin to sing that to yourself today. I am who I am today because God used my mistakes and He worked them for my good. That's how you know that it's going to work out for your good. It's going to work out for your good, because the indication that it's going to work out for your good is God. When God can take those mistakes, God can take those lower parts of you and take them higher. God can work on you as you work on your shadow. And He can say, you know what? You trying to get rid of this aspect of you, but what I really want you to do is grab a hold to it, because I can use it. And I'm going to work it out for your good. That's for somebody today. That's why that song is stuck in my head. And that's actually my testimony as well, because I am who I am today. Because God, He used every mistake. The mistakes and the failures that I thought were mistakes and failures, and sometimes that was even my own life, wasn't a mistake and wasn't a failure. Ain't that something? Yeah, He's working it for your good. Like no one, not me, not him, not her, ever would. You are who you are today. Baby, you're not a mistake. It's not a mistake. He's going to work it out for you. All right, so the day's energy. I know y'all, some of y'all come for the day's energy, and I had to give you that day's energy because the day's energy is unpredictable. It's unpredictable. And the reason why it's unpredictable is because it's a free spirit and it's rebellious. Okay, the day's energy is a free spirit and rebellious. That means it doesn't take kindly to the law. It doesn't take kindly to rules. It doesn't take kindly to regulations. That's the day's energy. So the day's energy brings in imagination, creativity, quick wit, opinions, and new beginnings. It is a new beginning coming up here. And so that means that what you didn't complete yesterday, you can rework, revamp, and start it again today, because it's working out for your good. It ushers in an optimistic, childlike nature that can be friendly and down to earth. However, it is a day that is like a free spirit, hindered by rules, regulations, and authority. Teamwork and the mundane are not successful on this day without commitment. If it's going to happen, it's going to need commitment. You're going to have to be dedicated to that thing. So if you find yourself in the workplace, or if you find yourself in your relationships feeling like you done had it up to here with it, it's because you're not committed to it. And so the day is going to highlight that for you. And it's a new beginning. So it's time for you to actually go in and see what it is that's keeping you from committing to this person, place, or thing. This is because value is placed on independence. Well, there you go. Of thought and action that promotes recklessness and a stubborn refusal to conform. So a lot of stubborn energy today, a lot of people refusing to conform. It is a day to try a different approach, as those before will no longer work. And baby, let me tell you, in this season, I am doing a new thing. And the things that you used to know, God is going to make them like you don't know them no more. He's doing a new thing. That's a new thing inside of you. That's a new thing inside of me. That's a new thing inside of this world. He's doing a new thing because he's going to give you a fresh wind. He's going to give you a fresh rain. He's going to give you some fresh snow. He's going to give you something fresh. Okay, for those of you who are in the fires, I'm claiming he's going to give you a fresh rain, and I'm going to dance for you today, baby. I'm going to dance for you today because I'm praying and I'm dancing for a fresh rain. You know how they have the rainmakers? I claim to be one of them, that if I just start to dance and if I just start to shout, I'm going to bring forth the rain for you, okay? And you just dance and you just shout today, okay? And bring forth the rain for yourself, okay? If we just start to dance in this world, and start to enjoy and start to be at peace and start working together in unity. We have what it takes to make some changes in this world. We have what it takes to rain down on some of these fires. We have what it takes to blow a fresh wind in somebody's life to give them a fresh start. So that's the energy that we're ushering in today. It is a day to try a different approach, okay? The day will urge you to find an environment that will respect your needs. Respect your needs. When you do not respect people's needs, their base needs, their needs for privacy, their needs for their alone time, their needs for love, their needs for, sometimes it could be a need for, I almost want to say an explanation. But that's kind of shaky, okay? It's shaky because sometimes there's things that you shouldn't even have to explain. But some people, in order for them to get understanding, they need you to go a bit further into the explanation because they want to know why. And so why is important and needs are important. I learned in my MBA program is that businesses that focus on fulfilling a need are more successful. They're more successful. Consumers flock to them because they have what a consumer needs. It's like when we had the phone with the cords on it. The inventor that made the cell phones found the need to detach the cord. And specifically, that need, people saw it to be useful because they wanted to protect their children out here in the world. They wanted to know where their children were. They wanted to keep in touch with their families and their friends. Same thing with social media. They found the need. So find the need and supply the need. Find the need and provide for the need. And where man can't provide for your needs, baby, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I have a Father. I serve a God that can fulfill all your needs, all your needs. Now, he may not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. You know what I mean? May not come when you want it, but it'll be there right on time. So if it don't come, it's because you don't need it right now, okay? But yeah. However, in fairness, it will encourage you to practice gratitude, loyalty, and devotion. I'm so grateful for the ups, and I'm so grateful for the downs. I'm so grateful for everything that I had to learn and everything I had to overcome. I'm grateful for everything that I went through in my childhood, because if I would not have gone through any of that, I would not be able to put on this smile and be myself right now in front of you. I would not be authentic. I would not be that wheat that has been beaten, and turned into grain. Yeah, I claim that I'm grain. Yeah. I'm ready to be some delicious food. Okay. To be some delicious food. Now I'm usable. See, when I was just the wheat, I was just looking good in the field. But without God coming and pluck me up out that field, and pressing me and beating me and rolling me up and shaking me up, all of that good stuff, So now I'm useful. Now I can become delicious bread. I'm good for consumption for those who want to be fed. This bread of life, okay, that God has put inside of me, okay? But I'm not the bread of life, but I'm the bread of life because I carry that bread of life. I'm a part of that bread of life, okay? Let me continue on. Okay, so anywho, meanwhile, back at the ranch. All right, loyalty and devotion. The energy brings in a playful humor, purpose to keep bitterness at bay. You see this playful humor? This is what this is what you can get today, okay? This playful humor, okay, that keeps bitterness at bay. Because what do I tell you about bitterness? It has a nasty bite. And the reason why it has a nasty bite, because of all the shaking, the beating, and the pressing, that it had to go through, that olive that had to go through the shaking, the beating, and the pressing to come out as fine oil. But see, some people are not coming out as oil just yet. They're still going through the shaking, the beating, and the pressing. They're still going through the tumbles and the beatings and the pressing, you see? And so because of that, they're bitter, because they don't understand what's going on in their lives at this time. However, this energy is thrill-seeking, undisciplined, impractical, and childish. Concentration may be difficult today. People may throw fits and have bad tempers when they do not get their way. Okay? Childish. We must integrate innovation and new ideas. This is our path forward today. This is how we become successful today, is we learn from each other and we accept everybody's quirkiness and everybody's weirdness to a certain extent. As long as it doesn't mess with your moral compass, as long as it doesn't break your moral compass, okay? It's encouraged today. All right? So here's my predictions, and my predictions kind of turned into a poem because they just did, I'm a writer. So, okay, I get lawsuits and lawyers, agents and representatives. What's underground is found or comes above. That which is sacred is tread upon. Religious movements and prayers. The need for direction, marches, pedestrian incidents, escorts, and police patrol. The lost found in a chamber. Those that do not get their way result to violence and anger. Change in direction as new leaders take the reins. Something missing and stolen, and commitment not the same. Something hidden visibly appears. Sightings of ghosts causes others to fear. Something happening in the forest where you should never walk alone. The ball hit and the player walks home. Where there is a flock, there could be a sniper, unwilling to accept new ideas and undertaking ruthless actions and deception, money retained and held by a fraud and a cheat. Escape, avoidance, and someone on the run, crying out, screams, barks, trumpets, and thunder. Veil lowered. and many police. Bail not, hey, prisoners released. They may have escaped as they abandoned the police. Scientists making new inventions in underground labs may be coming to the top today to show what they have. All right. So that's what I have today for the predictions. If you didn't understand what I was talking about, the energy today is basically highlighting lawsuits and lawyers. People are going to be throwing a fit because they don't get their way. And so because of that, there's going to be many lawsuits sought after today. We may see something significant about lawyers coming up in the news as well over the next 1 to 3 days. Agents, police, we're going to see those rules, regulations, and stuff out in the open on a day when the energy today says, I don't like it. Just let me be. Right. And so because of that, people can turn opposite to what they intended to turn because they're not giving the freedom to celebrate. Okay. And I'm thinking this is going to have something to do with the freedom to celebrate, the freedom to protect, the freedom to practice their religious movements and their religion. I am getting a lot about religion coming up. I'm getting prayer. I'm getting Muslim. I'm getting religious rites, underground chambers, sacred. So we may see something in the news concerning that. I'm getting underground chambers. So something, we may hear something in the news about the underground. Okay. Find something about the underground railroad, since I got trained yesterday, the underground chambers, scientists, underground labs, underground meth labs, or something like that, since we have the police activity today. Okay, a need for direction. People will be trying to find themselves today. You may be trying to find yourself today, and you are a good thing to find, okay? Because without finding yourself, you will be unfulfilled. I'm seeing here pedestrian incidents, so we may see more about pedestrian incidents in the news as I'm getting pedestrian. Also, escorts and what some people would call streetwalkers coming in today. So we may hear more about that over the next 1 to 3 days. There's something going on sketch in the forest. There's something going on sketch in the forest. And I know this to be a fact. And let me tell you why I know this to be a fact. You know, sometimes the dead come to me. And I know it sounds strange, but they do. And sometimes they come to me in an audible voice in my ear. And sometimes they come to me in a dream. And not only did I have this thing about Amelia, which is not Amelia, her name is Estella Torres, but not only did I have that vision that Estella showed me, I also saw this little girl, and she wasn't that small. She was probably might be like 15, 16. And she went missing at a store. This is what she's showing me. I don't know. But she went missing at a store. She was with a group of friends. And I think she was showing me that she was shopping for some undergarments. And she had her bag, and she was on the side of the building with 3 friends, I remember. And this girl showed me the person that abducted her, that her parents actually knew. And this was a very computer savvy person. Okay. But the family knew them. They actually took the daughters, I think they had 2 daughters, over to the house. And I remember it was a big white house. This looked like it was in Washington or something. I guess it's called those colonial houses, the big houses. And there were like paintings on the wall that were like that. I don't know. It was like, they almost looked presidential. It was like paintings on the walls of presidents or something like that. A lot of American history paintings on the wall. And so these were people that abducted them that you would not expect to abduct them. They lived in a nice house. It was a man and a woman. The woman looked like she was some kind of prestigious or something. She was the front for the man. And so there was the stairs, that I saw. The car pulled up, and I don't remember. I think it was a white, like a Toyota looking car that he abducted her in. And so she showed me her mom. They visited the place before. And so that's why she was able to get in the car with this person, is because she already knew the person. And so it was a male figure, and it was a white male figure. All right. And so now I end up in the woods. That was the significance of the forest. I end up in the woods. She showed me like a cave in the woods. And it wasn't like, it was a wood that had caves in it. And so she showed me the place where he was keeping her. And he had a lot of computer equipment there. And I was in a room and with her. And I saw her, he had cut her hair. No, her hair had grown out. Because I remember before she had shorter hair, and now her hair has grown out, and she's real small in nature. Okay. She was really small in nature, short, really petite. And she had dark black hair. Okay. And with bangs. And she showed me this couch, and he comes in, and she's basically trying to, give him everything that he needs to keep her alive, type of thing. But she's trying to trick him to see what's going on in the room. So she was one of his favorites. But I saw that, and then I saw that he was keeping something in a cave. Okay, there was more stuff in the cave. There was lights all in this cave. And I also saw like dead dogs when I was walking, because I had walked out with her. And when I was walking with her, she showed me that there were dead dogs just laying on the trail. And then she showed me that there was another girl, because I maybe all three girls got abducted, but there was an older girl. And this older girl, she was sold off to an older white male. So they're being sold off, and she was being sold off and forced to marry him. Okay? And so she was older. I want to say she had red hair. It was like maybe strawberry blonde or red hair she was showing me. And so this is what's going on in a forest somewhere. I don't know where. It might not have been a forest, but it's some backwoods somewhere. That I see children being abducted and sold off and forced to marry older men. This is actually going on. I kid you not. Like, I don't have dreams like this that don't mean anything. This is not a dream. And this is what I saw. And so he ended up unaliving the one that I was walking with. That's why I was able to see what she was able to see. And so I don't know if anybody ever going to see this video, but that weighs heavy on me. Y'all don't even understand when I have visions like that. And they come to me and I have no way of getting this information out. And I'll call the cops or I call somebody and tell them what I see. And they don't believe me because they think I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs crazy, as some of you do as well, because you don't believe. But I know that I know what I know. And if this little girl is missing, and I think I know who she was at one point of time. I think I shared her name in one of my posts before, that of what the little girl looked like to me. She wasn't a little girl, but she's a little girl, you know? But I don't remember or know if that was her for sure, but she sure did fit the description. Okay? So hearts go out to y'all at this time. That's what I saw. Children are going missing. And it's one thing to I'm not even getting it. No, it's not one thing or nothing. It's both wrong, okay? I was going to say it's one thing to abduct an adult, but it's another thing to abduct the child. But no, they're both wrong. They're both wrong. And this is why I say those people that think they're getting away with the stuff that they think they're getting away with, you're not getting away with it. You're not getting away with it. My heart goes out to the mothers that have lost their child and they feel like so prone that they in the midst of that heart and the pain, they go out and they do what they do. My heart sometimes go out to people like them because they don't understand the hurt and pain that they're causing. All they know is that they want a child. And so they end up nurturing that child, raising that child up. But then the other side of that thing is someone that's doing this to a child and they're taking this child to abduct this child and sell this child off and abuse this child in some kind of way. Neither one of those incidents are right. But what I'm saying is, for the latter, woe unto you. And I can't even say woe, because when your time comes, it's going to come slowly. It's going to come painful. And it's going to come to where you're going to remember every single detail of that pain. Because you will not get away with it. All right? Well, I love y'all. Google one. Hearts go out. You get a heart. You get a heart. You get a heart. Hearts go out. Hearts go out.